Hey yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Sebastian here with Spin Driving School, and in today's video we are talking about complex intersections. So I've made videos previously on intersections. Some of them were complex, some of them were basic. This will cover only complex intersections. So a complex intersection is an intersection with traffic lights and multiple lanes. I still get questions about this. This is why I'm making this video. So this is going to cover a lot of the things I've already covered in the past, maybe some of the new. We'll just put them all in this one video, and I do hope it will be beneficial. So let's just get right to it. Okay, so first one, we have this multi-lane left turning lane. This is from turning from Canada Way onto Boundary. So these are both left turning lanes, and the one on the far right is a right turning lane leading up into that little yield chute. So left turning lanes, usually there's a guideline, so follow the guideline and make sure you are maintaining the same lane positioning. So don't turn wide or don't turn into someone else's lane like this truck in front of me is going to do. However, in this case, because he's actually signaling to the right and there's nothing that could be coming from the right hand side in this case, it's a protected left turn, that's fine. I've done things like that myself, so there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't do it on your road test, and if you want to do it for your own convenience, that's fine. There we go. I just made a right lane change and I'll be turning right the same way this truck is going to. So I did it properly, he didn't, but both ways are totally fine. Maybe just don't do it on your road test. Next one, turning right here, and that's the same truck that was ahead of me just a second ago. So, you know, sometimes people make these decisions a little bit late. Now I'll be making the right turn here, and in this case there is a bike lane to my right hand side, so I'm going to take that turn a little bit wider. And as always, make sure that you're doing your shoulder checks with these turns. Similar situation here. It's a 3-lane intersection. I have a green arrow, I'm not stopping, and in this case I'm actually going to be turning to the middle lane just for my own convenience. Should I be turning to the right lane and then moving over? Sure, but if you have a 3-lane road, in some cases it's okay just to turn into the middle lane, especially if there's a bike or a bus lane or both, or if it's a parking lane, if you're turning onto Hastings, which I'll show in a second. Next, left turn specific lane. So in these situations you can only turn left on the green arrow, and you can only turn left from a specific left turning lane. That's why there are arrows on the ground. And if you look right next to this Honda right up ahead of me, there's that sign that says left turn lane only, or says left turn signal. Sometimes says left turn signal delayed or left turn lane only, which I've already said that. So pay attention, and here you can only turn on the green arrow, protect that left turn. No one else and nothing else should be moving through the intersection except for the cars turning left and turning to the lane that's closest to the center, as always. Otherwise it could be an automatic fail, or at least you will lose a point. Next, now pay attention here. That sign up there means you have to turn right unless you're a cyclist or a bus. So if you find yourself in this situation, do not go straight. You will fail and it's illegal. So here I'm making the right turn. If you find yourself in that lane by accident and you're meant to go straight, just make a right turn. You're going to be fine. Avoiding the bike lane, this time to my right hand side. As always, shoulder checks. I'm not gonna talk about shoulder checks over and over. I've made videos about this, so check them out. Again, left turning specific lane only. So in this case, I can only turn on the green arrow. So now those two first cars are probably okay. That second car should definitely be stopping at this yellow light, but it is what it is. I'm going to stop. So now you can never turn left with that. Okay, those 3 green lights, do not turn left. You can only turn left if you have the green arrow, and also sign up there is no U-turn. Left turn arrow, good to go. Protected left turn, no problems. If you want to shoulder check their first car in line, that's fine. Left turning lane, complex intersection. This one I'm going to go a little bit further forward than normally because it's a big intersection, has that curb in the center. as always, shoulder check, which I just said I'm not going to talk about it, but here I am. And we are cruising and going into the left turning lane, specific left turn lane only. As you will see the sign a little bit clearer when I show the next video. So if you are going to follow another car into the intersection, I would say this is probably the only time you should be doing it, is when you have the green protected left turn arrow. Make sure that you're not leaving too much space behind and you are zipping out of the intersection, with good confidence and good speed. And again, always turning to the lane that's closest to you. So in that case, those cars were turning wide. There's a left turn signal. So that's the signal for me. There's another one there also for me. And again, those green lights top are for the cars going straight. So in this case, everyone's going straight and also turning left, which means the only intersection that's moving is the intersection that's moving in that direction. The other cars have a red light. And as always, turning into the lane that's closest to my center. Now in this case, red light, I'm preparing myself to make a right hand turn. Both of those cars are making the left turn on their green arrow. So we have a protected left, or a right turn rather. As long as no one's crossing, the walk sign is off. I have a few seconds left there. I'm turning again, in this case, into the center lane because that's a bus or an HOV lane. So I'm trying to avoid turning into that lane. Totally fine. So when you have a protected right turn, when someone else is turning left, or if you have the green arrow for the right turn, you're good to go. You still have to stop on the red light if you don't have the arrow. And if you see here, I moved over into the bus or HOV lane to make a right turn. Nothing wrong with that. You can move in and out of the bus lanes, and you can turn in and out of them if there's no signs, as long as you know that you are in the bus lane, and then move out of the bus lane. That sign up there and this sign up there. So right turn only, and also we are going to be avoiding the bus lane. That's what that first yellow sign means. Or the HOV lane or the reserved lane. Same thing, essentially. And one more here, specific left turning lane only. I'm taking the inside lane in this case. There's your guidelines, so make sure that you always are staying inside on the outside of those guidelines. And again, I'm going into the double left turning lane. I do prefer to take the inside lane because sometimes if you take the outside lane, you have to merge or cars are turning or whatnot. Those are personal choices, but those are the choices I make. And again, in this case, you can only turn on the green arrow. And if you see, there's a little guideline. So I'm going just on the inside of that guideline, following the curve. Nice and steady, good speed, good pace, lots of confidence. So there it is. I hope that helps. Stay tuned. We have lots more videos coming up. Stay safe and enjoy the rain.